Hi guys, welcome back to A Potent Dose of 3. Happy holidays. This is Kathy.
This is your girl, Linda.
And this is Jasmine, and we're here to bring you that weekly dose.
So
since it's the end of the semester, we wanted to talk about just how everything's going, do a little catch up, and just see how the end of finals went.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, for the update that I want to give, because a few episodes back I talked about how I was very anxious about starting clinical next semester because I have a clinical instructor that seems very, very, very strict. And I was nervous about that because a lot of students were just complaining about, how tough it was to be in her group. But to my surprise, when I went to my clinical observation day, I fell in love with her. She's super knowledgeable, but also approachable in a sense that I think I will feel comfortable with, coming to her if I need help with something.
And that's amazing because as a student, you need to have that, environment where you're able to ask questions and able to, grow.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I was happy that, the idea that I had prior, it in a sense changed.
Yeah.
And I got to interact with 3 of her students there, shadow them around the clinic and everything. And when I tell you they are top tier smart, they were already working as providers already in my eyes. So seeing them just be proficient as students, that made me more eager to be placed in the clinic with that CI. Because she trained her students so well that they're already working at provider level.
And that's with them only being with her for 1 year?
Though, yeah, just 1 year.
Look at that. And you were about to leave. You were about to switch over.
And I was scared. I was rethinking if I should switch over somewhere else because she told us, like I said, the other episode, she told us that she is strict. Like she
I'll
does
play games.
Yeah, she does not play no games at all. She expects so much from her students, but it's because she wants them to succeed.
She wants to push them to their potential.
Yeah, because her resume is amazing. Like she works with med students and everything. So she says she does this. She said what she teaches us, we're gonna excel and everything. Yeah. It was even more scary because they started off with 6 students.
Right.
It's only 3 of them left.
My God.
So it just shows.
So what's the tea? What's the tea?
I tried to get all the tea of the reason why those other 3 students are not there anymore. And they just summed it up to that, some people just don't want to put in the work. Some people just love the easy way out. So that's why it maybe wasn't like a good fit for the other 3 students that's not currently within their little cohort or clinical site.
So are you still a little nervous though?
I'm definitely nervous because I know it's going to take a lot of me mentally, physically to to keep up in the program because I do feel like I'm lacking in a lot of skills. Like I know a lot, but then I know that there's a lot that I still need to learn. So I'm scared in that sense because I know it's going to be a lot of work. But then again, like I said, I'm excited for the challenge.
And that's the thing, you know that there are certain areas where you're lacking, and this is the environment where you're going to be able to test them and make them better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also good that you know where you're lacking because you know where you need to put the work on, in. And knowing you're going to put in the work, regardless and prepare yourself because you want to, you want to look good and you want to look like you know what
I'm doing. Yeah, because I hate being in an environment where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, honestly.
So I'm sure you're going to do great and succeed. And I like the fact that you're able to observe the students that were a year ahead.
Me too.
Because it's that's going to be you in a year. You're going to be the provider next year.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm happy that the CI had us because honestly, I only wanted to do 1 observation day. She said, no, you guys are required to do 2 full days. And this shows how different she is. All the other students that are not within her group, they only had to do 1 day and a half of a day.
Bare minimum.
Yes. So she wanted us to be there the whole day for 2 days. But like I said, I'm excited. And while I was talking to her students that are currently there, they basically said that, yes, again, the professor, the CI is tough, but she trained them so well that in the sense that they feel that they do not need to do a grad program after. They already know how to work as providers without even having to get extra training. And I would love for that to be me as well. So when I graduate, I can just start working right away. I don't have to worry about doing a grad program because I feel that I'm not ready to work in the field by myself.
I love that. I can just the way you're explaining that they said that to you, you can tell they have so much confidence from the time they've spent with her. And I'm excited to see where you end up after that year with her.
Yes. And another thing I always find myself I noticing when talking to other maybe like nurses from the past is that many of them look down upon, in a sense, or side eye students I'll say like when I will mention like, oh, I'm an entry level nursing student, meaning that I don't have previous background or prior experience in nursing. Like my undergrad was in public health. And from public health, I did entry level, got into this nursing program, did a year of pre-licensure to become an RN, and now I'm going straight into the NP program. So because of that, in a sense, I've always been kind of like anxious, like for the end, like will I struggle? Will not like
not confident, because their projections about you or like your route is making you insecure too, huh?
In a sense, yeah. Because then in my head, I was like, dang, maybe I should have worked for an RN for a few years bedside to gain those experience and the tools. But then again, I know I don't want to work bedside, so why waste that time in a sense? But the students there, one of them is actually don't have any type of nursing experience, and she's super smart, super knowledgeable of what she's doing, and very confident. So seeing her be able to provide care at a provider level that she knows what she's doing, that kind of made me more comfortable for my future, because she's someone who doesn't have no type of RN experience, but is able to work as an NP and be okay.
And I think also it like depends on the person too, because I feel like you're also one of those people who always takes initiative. You're very like a go-getter, you know what I mean? And I feel like you've already had so much experience in different clinical settings.
Yes.
So you know how to navigate those different clinical settings. And I think even though you've not had the RN experience or aren't working as an RN, you'll be able to take the skills that you've learned in all these other places and learn how to manage that.
Yes. So that's what I'm telling myself too.
Yeah, plus you have all this, like, you might have not worked like bedside, but you have all this experience in different settings with different type of people, and you adapt very quickly. So like you have a setting in like when you did your internship in LA, caregiving, so home health. So you have all these experiences, and also it's good that to hear that you don't have to have this RN experience in order to like be an MP, because like and I've seen it, like when you apply, they're like, well, you need to have this amount of years of experience. And I'm like, but I'm a baby nurse. Like, where am I going to get it if, like you don't give me the opportunity, but you want me to do it, but you're not like what,
it's like constantly hitting walls. Because it's like you need the experience to get the job. And then you can't get the job without the experience, but then you can't get a job.
Yes. Yeah. Just make it super difficult. It's like, do you want me to work or do you not want me to work? Which one is it?
Yeah.
And then it sucks because when it's like that, that's the reason why many, maybe like new nurses, will take a pay cut so they can get that experience, and then so they can apply to where they want to work, because it's hard to get in right away where you want to work, because they're like, you don't have any experience, so why are you even applying here? But yeah, so it was good being there. And another thing that I saw with that clinical instructor is that she is loved and definitely respected, because when I was there for my observation day, she had about 5 past students that graduated and passed their exam. They came back, brought her gifts and food and as a thank you. And they all went out to dinner and stuff that same day. And I was like, hey, like she wasn't that,
they would not be spending outside time with her.
They would not be checking in on her, seeing what she was doing. So she's a very smart lady, and I'm excited. I'm excited for next semester.
And I'm happy to hear that update because I was a little bit worried about you at the beginning when you're like, she's strict. And I'm like, oh no, she's going to have a rough year. But
I was worried about myself. But that's again why I say everything is subjective.
Yeah.
Because even, and I knew that, but then I feed off of other people.
I know, yeah.
So when other people were around me was complaining, I was like, dang, maybe I should be scared too. So I started getting anxious.
You're like, is there something I need to worry about?
Yeah. Because even then, like this whole nursing journey, I remember just certain things that classmates were complaining about. In my head, it wasn't a big deal, but for them, it was the end of the world. It was a lot for them. So again, that's why you have to know yourself. Everything is subjective. And I'm so happy that I was able to do the observation days, because if not, I would have went into their like scared thinking like all this negative stuff.
And also like be okay to follow your own path too, you know what I mean? Because like let's say, I don't know if you had other students who were also placed in the same clinical placement and they were like, I'm leaving, I'm out. What if you would have been like, you know what, me too?
Yeah, because someone had an observation day before me and she was still saying like, oh, she was anxious and it wasn't like the best for her. But when I went in there, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, because that clinical instructor, she's not someone that will kiss your butt. Like, no, like in a sense, like she tells, she's not gonna hold your hand. Like, she'll guide you and make sure you get the tools to do it yourself, but you have to do the work. Right, she can't drag you throughout the whole thing. It's like, no, you have to do the work. Another thing that I love about this clinic is that it's student ran with her. Like when I was there, it was on her 3 students, the medical assistant and the front desk, and basically that's it. So it's basically their clinic.
It's a student run clinic.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So I'll be able to do
super
everything.
hands-on.
So I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited to hear, the updates later on next year.
Yeah. Be ready next year because I already know
She's going to give us some good content.
I'm going to be crying because the workload that they said that they have to do, I'm going to be going twice a week. We have to do like the care plan ahead of time. Oh. We have access to what is it called? Epic. So we have to do the work ahead of time. And then there's a lot of post stuff to do. And I'm like, I don't like writing and stuff.
No, when you were like, what is it called? Tell me why I almost said Ozempic. It kind of sounds the same.
Not Ozempic. I may be prescribing. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so Kathy, I know you should have some updates as well because it's been a long, stressful semester for you.
Yes. So I have 2 clinicals, one from community health and another one for my preceptorship. So for community health, I was placed in high school. So that ended up, it was going well, it was going smooth, but we do have to do something called a CAP project. And I'm thankful for my CI because it's like a 10-step CAP project. And she just walks us through every little step and to make everything like smooth. Like we will turn something in, she will give us feedback, we will like fix it, then send it again, and then she gives the okay, and then we'll continue to the next step, so on. So we were ready for to collect all our data, but then the professor for that class, the lecture class, I don't know, I'm assuming she's going through a lot. That's what I'm assuming, because she told us that we had to present this CAP project, and I'm like, what?
Like present?
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was just gonna turn in, because for presenting, it takes a lot. Like, you have to time it. We have to make it smooth. Who's going to say what? Where's going to go what? So she told us this, and we had already have the lessons plans for the class. We have to switch everything out because we were going to gather our data for the CAP project on the last day.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, it was very, very fun. And we have to collect the data the day, like a day before it was our last day. So we had to change our lessons plans, send it to the teacher, see who's going to do what, trying to work with our schedules. We're all parents. It's the holidays. We have kids, so we have to make it work for like everybody's like bedtime.
That sounds like a lot,
to
honestly.
Come together and practice and make it be 4 or 5 minutes and make it fast and, like make sure everything looks good.
Yeah.
But we did it. And so that was like a little bit stressful for that end. But after the CAP project, it was okay. And then, she also like couldn't figure it out about the HESI that we had for that class. and she's still trying to figure it out. Like, we already took it.
Flexibility.
Yeah, be flexible.
Very flexible. I can see that now. They were not joking when they say be flexible.
The students have to be flexible. So what that means is when they tell you to run, you ask how fast. When they tell you to jump, you ask how high.
Yes.
You have to be flexible.
I know.
They don't got to be flexible with their own schedule. You, as a student, has to be flexible.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. So then the HESI's supposed to be like one day. It didn't happen. Everybody was stressing out because we were like, it's not on a vault, like, which is when we have to like register for the HESI. So everybody was like, where is it? Where is it? Is there going to be a HESI? Is there not? She wouldn't respond. And she finally gave us like 3 days to do the HESI. But this was like this week. So we're like,
yeah.
Okay, fun. But I already took it. Like, I'm done with it.
She's like, whatever, it was easy.
Did it. I'm done. Can relax.
And then I did for my preceptorship. It was exciting. I got to learn a lot of stuff. I was able to shadow like a public health nurse, which I never had the opportunity to do so. And it takes a special kind of person to be a public health nurse. Like, they need to think on their toes, work with whatever they have.
Gotta be a strong soul.
Yes. It's not for me. Not for me. But for you guys, props.
You go, Glen Coco. But it's good that you're placed in these type of situations where you get to experience this.
It's nice to experience and also like appreciate other roles.
Yes, that's the thing. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate other roles.
Yeah.
Because not everything is for everybody, but you can... Yeah.
But I was able to learn and I was also able to learn because I didn't know what a public health nurse did.
Yeah.
You know? Until like I learned, like sometimes they are in charge of like one building, or sometimes they go through San Francisco up and down trying to help their patients. And that's stressful, you know?
They gotta be flexible too.
Yeah. So in that I learned it was fun. But then when it came for like our last health fair, it was a bit stressful because my table was a stressful management table. And no, like everybody had like partners, but I didn't have one. It was just me by myself. So, which is okay. Like I could do it on my own, and I already had activities to do so. And when it came to the day, like the professors were like, you know, you're gonna work with this table so they could help you with your activities, and you could help them because the other table had like blood pressure, glucometers, and all that. So I was like, okay. And I had ordered some materials to do the activities, and I ordered them ahead of time through Amazon, but they didn't come in time. Amazon, you suck. You let me down.
Amazon is struggling.
Wait, so when's the health fair?
So it wasn't a Tuesday.
Okay.
I was gonna get the whatever I bought, the materials. I was gonna get them on Friday, and I was like, okay, cool.
You have time.
Yeah, I got time.
Perfect. Enough time.
Yeah. So Friday came, nothing. I'm like, okay. So I looked in the Amazon app. Oh, it's gonna come on Saturday. Okay, I can make it work on Saturday. Saturday came, nothing, and I'm like, okay. I can make it work on Sunday.
Like you're still gonna make it work.
Yes.
Actually, Sunday works better. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Sunday, I'm free.
I can do that.
Yeah, I could do that. And then came Sunday, nothing. And I'm like, oh, Lord. So then
they were trying to give you time to go to church.
Jeez. So they're like, it's going to come on Monday. And I'm like, it's like before the due date, but okay. So I look Monday morning, first thing in the morning, and he says, oh, it's going to come on the 13th. And I'm like, the 13th? I don't need this on the 13th. I need this on the 12th.
Oh.
So I have to buy it from like another company. And they're like, oh, it's going to come in between 5 and 7. And I'm like, okay, I already had like a thing to do for that day. I was going to do like a dinner with my group, my study group. I had to cancel. I'm like, sorry,
no
guys.
way.
Like, no, I can't. So they understood, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the materials came. They came around 7 p.m. Obviously, I'm not going to do these activities with Thiago awake because it's going to be a mess. So I put him to sleep, and then I gathered my team. My team was my mom, my dad, my fiance, and my mother-in-law. Because I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. Sewing is my weakness. I cannot sew for my life. But apparently my dad can. And apparently my fiance can. I didn't know that. Like, those were new activities that I'm like, okay, I see that. So I was just mixing the rice and the lavender oil and then put it in the sock, because the sock was divided in like 4 little packets. And then after you finish one packet, you have to sew the packet.
I'm laughing.
Then so on and so forth.
You're doing this for stress management. She's getting stressed.
She's stressed. Yeah.
I know. And then, so we did 24 socks, which was around 30 pounds of rice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your family is nice, because they probably was like, they don't remember signing up to be a nursing school and do this program.
real.
The love that they have for you. I would have
Yeah.
been like, you'll figure it out.
They were like, so what are we getting? I'm like, I thank you.
For real.
That's what you're getting. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
And then, so we finished like around 1. And then Carlos was trying to help me like put it inside my backpack, because he said it was going to be heavy. And I was like, no, like just put it in, let's try it. Because I always had like a heavy backpack. So I'm like, I could do it. No. Right when we finish, I try to lift it. Oh no, it was heavy. It was heavy. And he said, why don't you take like a suitcase? I'm like, I don't want to look lame.
Lame. You already look lame with those big old train backpacks you be having.
I used to have those too, though.
Jasmine's lame too. She has like a red firefighter looking backpack. Like, what the heck?
Rude.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
It's Jansport, okay?
The new kids don't use Jansport.
I don't listen to the new kids. I'm my own person.
Like you can tell that she's old, because she's emphasized Jansport. Jansport was a thing when we were in high school.
I do my own thing. I do my own thing.
Long time ago.
What do they use now?
North Face.
Oh.
Or some name brand stuff.
Yeah,
not Jansport, but Jansport used to us back in the day.
Yeah, they have the great designs, dude.
I don't know. I just like them.
I remember.
Look, it fits all my books, and that's all it needs to do.
That's all it needs to do, exactly.
So then, right when I like figured out that it was too heavy, I'm like, damn, let me go to the garage and see if there we have suitcases. Come to find out, the suitcases are in the storage facility. So I'm like, dang. Now I have to carry this by myself. I'm like, I could do it. And Carlos was like, are you sure, babe? I'm like, yeah, I could do it. Because I didn't want to drive to San Francisco, because I didn't want my car to get like broken into, because it happened to my dad like a few days before. So I was like, no, like I could do it.
She was like, I lift weights on the weekend. I got this.
I live.
So then I get to Bard, and as I'm like waiting on Bard, I put like my backpack on my lap, and even then was heavy. So I'm like, oh, let me put it on the floor.
That or Thiago, who's heavier?
The rice for sure. And then plus with the rice, like I could drop it. I cannot drop Thiago, even if it's heavy. I need to hold him.
Yeah,
that's you being a good parent, because I'm like, oops, daisy.
Hence why we're not parents.
For real, especially if my kid is big enough to walk. I am not holding you, little sack of potatoes. Like, you can walk.
He's the reason why I left, because I'm like, if he wants me to pick him up, I have to be able to do it.
Yes, and he's an example of a sack of potatoes, because he is heavy. Very cute.
A very cute sack of potatoes.
So then I get out Savings Center. Keep in mind, I've never been to this site because I always done the high school. So I'm like, I need to use a GPS to get to the place. So I get out, I take out my GPS. I'm like, okay, where do I go? I thought I said right. No, honey, say left. And I realized it's 2 blocks up.
That's St. Liz education.
And I'm wearing like a fussy jacket. So I'm like, damn, I'm sweating, and I have to run, like, turn around and then go back. I'm like, damn.
Should have rented a scooter like we did the other day.
Oh gosh, no.
That would have been fun.
Everything on the scooter.
Can we get a little quick backstory of the scooter?
So we went out the other night for dinner, and we didn't want to pay. How much was it?
We didn't want to pay $35 to go 5
like
minutes
5
away
minutes.
for the Uber.
We're like, nah. Look, there's 3 scooters right there. Perfect. 3 scooters, 3 bodies.
5 minutes away.
5 minutes away. We can do this.
We can do it.
So we were on the sidewalk. I'm practicing my little turns, and then Kathy's still trying to figure out how to pay for a thing.
Yeah.
And then I think Linda's trying to help her. I'm over here practicing my turns. I'm practicing because, you don't do stuff without practice.
Kathy's still struggling.
And practice makes perfect. So anyways, Kathy finally hops on. We're going. We're 5 minutes away. It somehow turned into a 30-minute, was it?
It took us 30 minutes to get there.
30 minutes because Kathy had to be safe.
She
Yes.
would walk. She was going like 2 miles per hour. It was smart. The way she's doing it is the way she's supposed to. Every time we came upon a crosswalk, she would get off the scooter and walk it across the street, while Jasmine and I,
We did not care.
were like,
Our balance is perfect.
perfect.
Which it kind of was. But
I think at one point on a turn,
oh, for sure.
Kathy hopped
Wait,
off.
hold on. Are you talking about that turn where you went first and then I went?
No, the car. When we looked behind and she wasn't on the scooter anymore, we were like, what happened? What happened, Kathy?
I got stuck. I went down. I couldn't get back. I'm like, F- this. I'm like, I'm not going well.
She got to bleep that now.
Oh, sorry.
Is that the part where you fell?
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm wearing heels. My outfit's
Oh, yeah,
on
we're
point.
in heels.
Yeah, we
too.
were in heels.
I'm like, my
But-
outfit's on point. I'm not getting dirty.
But she didn't fall. She hopped off the scooter
Yeah.
thinking she was going to fall.
No,
Okay, bye.
and tell me why I'm driving. I turn around and I'm thinking it's a skateboarder because the noise it made. I turn around, I'm like, it's Kathy. What happened?
But we were all safe. We ended up, instead of paying $35 to go 5 minutes away
For one Uber,
one Uber, we ended up paying $25
each.
per person.
But we had fun.
And it took us 30 minutes to get there. But we
Girl
had
math.
fun. Girl math. Definitely girl math.
yeah.
It was the experience.
I had fun.
Same.
Yeah, same.
And Kathy made it back in one piece, so
Yeah.
it's all
Yes, I
Yes.
didn't get hurt.
good. It's all
Yeah.
good. But anyways, you're right.
So then I got to the site and I just got the table ready. We got to see a lot of people. And yeah, that was my community health. Like we were just, I got to, a lot of people like my socks. So they were very, very, very happy and very grateful to receive those like heating pads. And
I
they didn't know how to
bet.
use it. I thought they didn't, but a lot of people apparently know. I didn't know. And then they like the stress balls because I got the balloons to look like marble kind of colors just to make it fun.
That's nice.
And then they like that. And then the essential oils. So my table was a success. It was hard work, but it was a success thanks to my family.
Thank you
Blood,
to her
sweat, and
family
tears.
for her
Blood,
help.
sweat, and
Yes.
tears.
And yeah, we got to see a lot of people. Out of the 24 socks, I gave out 22. So it was a big turnout. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was my my preceptorship. I still have to do one more thing, but I already did it. Like I'm basically done.
nice.
Congratulations. You're done with your pre-licensure. Done with pre-licensure. So what exciting story or news do you have?
what's up?
What's up? What's
so
the tea?
I got pinned last week.
Woo!
By Linda.
Congratulations.
What does that mean?
It means that, so since the program is like a 3.5-year program, the first year you do pre-licensure to become an RN, and they do like a ceremony. To symbolize that you became an RN and you do the oath, and a nurse is the one who pins you. Like passing on the church type of thing.
I was that nurse.
Yeah, she was.
Oh my god, that's just crazy to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of did suck that I couldn't invite everybody that I wanted to.
Yeah.
But because I only had 4 tickets, but I was able to send the link. So everybody, like my brother in Japan got to see me.
Oh.
My family in Colombia, they broadcast.
Oh, really? That is so
Yes,
cute.
That's so
They
cute.
went
yeah.
over to my tia Christina's apartment
Uh-huh.
and they were all there watching it. Yeah. And then you guys got to watch
Yeah.
it. Like my friends got to watch it, which was important for me. And it was important for me that Linda was the one who pinned me because of everything that we've been through. Because like Linda has been with me since day 0. Since we will go to Starbucks, the one by 98.
It's a journey. Oh, yeah, we did. Used to go to 98 Starbucks. We were desperate finding just study spots.
Oh, the 98th one?
Yes.
There
was nothing else.
I almost
Yes.
forgot.
I remember, and we were scared because that's when they started, like, remember they were, like, robbing people? Like, they're breaking into people's
The cars, yep.
Yes.
They still do that.
Yeah. Worse, but yeah. So then we were, like, making lists of what schools are we going to go. Try to sell ourselves to the schools, like, I don't got a 3.0, but I got experience.
I'm a good
a
person.
CNA.
I care about people.
I have a good personality.
Yep.
I am bilingual. Click.
Yep. They were not mad. They were not messing with us. Once they heard you don't got 3.0, they were like, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Your kind is not welcome here.
Nope. Not at all. So, no. So
we were going through the struggle
Yes.
together.
yes,
I bet that was so like. So what's the word like?
it taught us resilience. For
No,
sure.
but like at the moment, you were probably like, man, like like feeling.
Oh, we were
Yeah.
mad. I was mad because I was like,
No,
damn.
not mad. Like just feeling like you're not good enough.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were getting a lot of rejections left and right. And mind you, the programs we were applying to was already limited within itself. We were applying to entry-level nursing programs. So, and we had under 3.0. So it was a
Even
struggle.
more limited.
Seriously.
Yes.
So it was struggle. We were
even
fighting.
considering trying to move to Arizona for a bit.
Yeah, we were like, we could do it. How are we gonna make this work? How are we gonna do this? We gotta go out of state. Like, how are we gonna make this work?
Yes. So then that's why I wanted Linda, because she's always been there
Yeah.
for me. Like she's been through like at the beginning of the semester or the year when I was going through like imposter syndrome and I was talking down to myself. She always was there to reassure me. No, dude, like you did this by yourself. You did this. Like it wasn't like a lot. Like because you were lucky you got it. No, it was because you
the
work
hard work.
hard.
Yep.
And that's why you got here. So I'm like, by that I'm like, yeah, it means a lot that she's gonna be the one who pinned me.
Yeah.
And it was weird because we never hug. Like me and Linda never hug.
And I did not realize that.
I don't even know I don't know if I've even hugged her either. Now that I think about it,
Like the only person that I hug is Vane.
yeah,
Like
But
because Vane
Vanessa,
is more like
touchy,
yes,
lovey,
and I
lovey.
know like Linda, it's not.
she
So,
got
like,
it. She got issues.
so
We
we
got
all got
issues
issues.
because you don't hug me either, and you don't
No,
hug me.
no.
I don't even hug Vanessa. I hug Ellie because Ellie, she was like, I love you, friend. And she'll like give a hug. I was like, okay, I guess I'll give you a hug. So now she has in a way trained me to make
hug.
sure I give her a hug when I leave.
She trained her.
Yeah, no, she had to train me, okay? Now I guess missing somewhere in my childhood, I don't know. Just kidding. But yeah, no, Ellie was like, give me a hug. And we used to hug. And I was like, okay, Ellie, this is getting a little awkward. Like, we don't have to hug for this long.
But yeah, I was getting very emotional because I was like, oh my god, like it's emotional that I got to that point. Like it's been a year,
Yeah.
time flew, and it's emotional because somebody that's important in my life is gonna pin me, and like we're gonna hug,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can
fact
cry.
that-
My makeup.
Hey, she's thinking about the hug. I would have been like, I can't believe I did that.
So then, and then when I gave her the pen, because I was trying to make it easier because a lot of people were having like a hard time.
Struggling, yeah.
So I was like, let me just take out the safety from the bag so she could just easily put it on me.
I did like a pro.
And then she did it. She did great. And she said some words and then she hugged me and I was like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Like me, like to myself.
What did you say?
I was just telling her how proud I was
Yes.
of her. Because I know how her journey behind it and
Yeah.
how hard she worked to get to
Yeah.
that place. Because I was in her shoes before.
Yeah.
And to see her walk across the stage, I was like, damn, Kathy, look at your hard work paying off. Look at basically your blood, sweat, and tears paying off. You're here. And I know there's moments where she thought she wasn't going to be able to be in that position. And to see her up there and being able to pin her, I was just so proud. I felt like a proud mom with her cub or something. Because we went through the struggle together.
Yeah.
And I would have loved for her to be in the same cohort as me. But, I ended up getting accepted before. Even then, I was like, Kathy, you're next. I know, I feel it. You're next. We got this. You got this. You got this. And it was so beautiful.
Yeah. And even then, like, because I now know how the first semester was and it was so rough. She still had time to check on me.
Yeah.
Like, how are you doing? Are you applying? Yes, I'm applying, but I haven't heard nothing. Are you doing? Yes, I am. But, so she was, even though she was so busy, she still took time out of her day or the moment to like check on me. And then she was always saying like, it's God's plan, it's God's plan. And I'll be like, yeah, Linda, it's God's plan. But then now when I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, it was God's plan because everything just like
Fell into place.
Yes.
With the time.
yes.
Yeah.
Like it was meant for her to be a year ahead because everything that like I need help, I'm like, Linda, what's gonna happen next? She like gives me the scoop and I'm like, okay, and now I need that preparation because I do have a whole family that I need to prepare for like the next
Especially with
semester.
a program that requires such flexibility. Linda had to be the one to take the punches.
Punches, yes. I was
she
like,
took it first.
look, I took all the pain. Like, Kathy, I'm taking the pain so you don't got to deal with it.
Yeah, but now I really do believe it was like God's plan and it was meant to be. And yeah, it was a great experience.
It was honestly a full circle moment because, like you said, we went to the nursing success seminar together. Before even applying to the school that we're in now, I remember us going to the nursing success seminar. We even have a photo. I want to put like a video together of like our just like the journey and the timeline.
Stay tuned.
Same tune, because I like doing things last minute. So I don't know when that video is going to come.
But it's gonna come.
The whole full circle moment, we started as, applying to the program, going to the nursing success seminar, hoping and praying that we got accepted to that school. I was like, please, God, let us get accepted to this school because we just love the nursing success seminar so much. And then now being actually in the university, it's like, dang, who would have thought?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we loved it. We
Life
loved
is
it.
crazy.
We loved it. We were like, we want to be here. We want to be here. We got to work hard. We got to work hard. And then now we're like, oh, wow, we're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
We may not love every moment of it still, but
And you're
I'm so grateful.
You're doing it.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yes. And now, like, you're going to graduate soon.
You're going to graduate, and then you're going to be next.
And then-
It's fast. It's so fast.
Honestly, it's crazy because like watching. So I was watching your pinning ceremony, and then after the pinning ceremony, the memories pop up, and it was Linda's pinning ceremony, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this was literally a year ago. Kathy, I think you hadn't even started, and it's just crazy.
It's so
time does fly.
It goes
Way
by
too fast.
super fast.
Way too fast.
Yeah.
So what about you, Jasmine? What's
Nothing
up with med
much.
school life?
Nothing much. Honestly, I've just been, so I'm done with my secondaries already, and I already interviewed one school, and I got 2 more interviews recently, and I'm just prepping for them. I've been going to like practice MMIs, and MMIs are multiple mini interviews, and it could be really, they can ask you anything. It could be anything from like, you have a situation where you're a provider and you're dealing with a patient who is underage and wants to start get on birth control, but her parents don't want her to get on birth control. How would you navigate the situation, or what would you do? It could be something
Those are
about
good scenarios.
Yeah, it could be something like anything. Like, what's the last book you read, and what did it teach you, or what did you learn from it? So it could be anything really.
Okay, that's
So-
good experience to practice though.
So I went to like two rounds of those, and because the interviews that I have coming up, they're MMI style, and so one of them I think is like 7 rounds or something.
Wow.
And it's like back to back to back.
Oh no, no, thank you.
Well, I want to say no, thank you
thank
too,
you.
but no.
Are these like group interviews or like one-on-one?
So it's one-on-one. So basically, they put you in like personal rooms. What do you call them? Rooms?
Breakout rooms.
Breakout rooms, and then they will basically type the question out, and their screen will be black.
Oh, really?
They type the question out. The screen is black. You read it. You have like, I think it depends on the school, but the ones I was doing, you have 2 minutes to think about what you're gonna say. After those 2 minutes are over, their screen comes on.
Wow.
You have to start talking for 5 minutes. Normally, honestly, what I noticed is like, it's awkward because like, I'll be like, oh, hi, like my name is Jasmine. You know, like you would think like you like would introduce yourself, kind of like build like, you know,
Some type of conversation.
No, you just
Get
have
to
to
the
start
point.
going.
Get to the point.
You have to start going. And to me, that's really awkward. Like,
Yeah.
that's super
But
awkward.
that's honestly a really good experience. It's good that you're putting yourself in doing these interviewing practice interviewing, because for me, I know I struggle so much with interviewing.
I do too.
I get so anxious.
I do too, yeah.
So the fact that you're putting yourself into these doing the practice interviewing will make you a little bit more comfortable when.
And don't get me wrong, like it's nerve-wracking. Like,
Oh, I bet.
it's so nerve-wracking because like you'll get like a random, like their questions are random, super random.
Which is good because they don't want you to like, oh, not the generic questions that
Yeah.
you think med school programs would ask.
I remember
like,
one of them was like, what is something you wish was true? And I was like, I don't know.
Good question. Let me come back and answer that.
That I wasn't poor.
Then I have to keep applying to all these med school programs.
So anyways, yeah, I've been practicing for that. And just working really, you know, just working a lot more, getting stressed.
A little EMT.
Yeah, it's stressful, but you do learn something new every day. And although it's not 911, I really am getting a lot of patient interaction. I'm learning how to like when I get patients that are nervous, you know, talking to them, asking, how could I make you feel better? And even myself, knowing what I can do ahead of time to make them feel better. Like, for example, if someone, like, I've had patients who have like pain in their legs, right? I don't wait for them to tell me that they feel uncomfortable. I say, hey, can I do this for you, to put this underneath your legs so you can feel more comfortable? Or even just like, you know, I had my first ped patient yesterday, and it was my first time working with a ped patient. And of course, they're very different from like working with an adult. You know, they're crying nonstop. There's nothing you can say to ease the pain.
Know what's going on.
Yeah, so you have to act. And so like just holding his hand or massaging his little head because he's in pain, you know? So things like that.
You learn a lot. It sounds like you've been learning so much, and it's good. I'm happy that you took the leap and became an EMT, because I know you're kind of scared in the beginning, but you're learning so much with all age ranges in a sense. And like for the future, that'll be great.
I'm honestly even learning to work with like dementia patients too. Like that was very interesting because I had a patient who had dementia, and a little quick funny story. Had dementia, and he kept telling me his wife left him for a younger man. I'm over here, and I'm an empath, okay? So
you're feeling bad.
So no. So he kept repeating that line over and over and over and over and over, like nonstop the whole ride, nonstop. And I'm like, at first I was like, man, how could she leave it? And I knew it in my heart that I knew he had dementia, but still I'm like, I really hope she didn't leave him.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we walk into his house and she's sitting right there, and I'm looking at him like, you lied to me.
I'm like, so is this the woman you said left you for a younger man? Huh.
But the funny thing is, I knew he had dementia, but I was like, it's either real or it's not. But
yeah,
but the way he was expressing it with so much like sadness.
Oh, I would have felt bad.
I felt so bad.
He made it seem like it was real, but
yeah.
But it was real for him too. Like, he didn't say that it was real, so I would have felt bad.
Yeah, and I was over here trying to give him I was like, it's okay, you're independent.
You're independent.
I even started singing Auntie.
Do you know what that means?
But yes, honestly, you learn a lot on the job. You make mistakes. You learn not to do something the next time. You learn to be quick on your feet for sure.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. We're going to stop right here. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in on Monday for part 2 of this week's episode.
yeah, guys, so thank you for listening. This is it for today. I hope you guys learned something from us.
And our mistakes.
Yes. And if you guys want to email us, just email us at apotentdoseof3@gmail.com. And please follow us in our socials, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at a potent dose of 3. And don't forget to follow Linda
at Linda the FNP. Bye.